Willkommen zu einem weiteren Part von Let's Play Tales of Berseria. Wir sind hier immer noch. Das ist eine neue Session, obwohl eine Untersession würde ich fast sagen. Ich hatte schon diesen Tag eine gehabt, aber ich mache einfach noch ein bisschen weiter, weil gerade die Zeit dafür ist und die Ruhe, um das machen zu können. Wenn man so sagen kann. Ich wollte zwar eigentlich trainieren, aber die Route ist leider zugesperrt, deswegen müssen wir leider weiterspielen. So dass wir auch tut.
So I rescued this poacher who'd run away from one of those Class 4 islands, right? She mentioned something about being hired by some chef to go hunt a rare wolf on the island. But she didn't see a single blasted critter on that island, let alone any rare wolf. Place was empty.
Then why did she run away?
Even though she never saw nothing, she kept hearing some beast howling round the island. Freaked her right out, I tell ya. When she got back to her boat, her food had been pilfered, and her ship was scratched up to hell. She got out of there as quick as she could, but her ship sunk soon as she hit open water.
Sounds like whatever's there is as smart and manipulative as it is vicious.
Sounds like. Later I heard some talk about how several exorcists had gotten killed on that island. If you plan on going, you'd best be very cautious.
Ah, können wir hingehen. Perfekt. Darunter. Da ist nichts Besonderes, okay? Hier scheint noch eine Truhe zu sein. Seht ihr die letzte Truhe, die uns noch fehlt? Ich würde gerne die noch öffnen, bevor wir hier aufbrechen. Aber ich sehe keine weitere. Irgendwas, was für eine Truhe aussieht. Ja, ist auch egal, wir machen jetzt weiter. Zurück zu dir.
Sir, we just received a Sylph J from the boss of the Bloodwings. She has a job for us and wants us to meet her in Loegres. How should we respond?
Let's do it. Besides, we need to see if that demon in the villa was actually a Therion.
Good point. And the Bloodwings might know something about the other Therions too. We're heading for Loegres. Prepare to set sail.
Ready anytime.
Los geht's. Okay. Aber ich würde erstmal dahin aufbrechen. Nach Bestienviertel. Ich will es mir einfach mal anschauen. Überspringen wir. Noch so ein Ort. Wir sind soweit. Fangen wir an. Lassen wir es kommen. Und los geht's. Welche Level haben die? Das geht, klar. Komm her. Die nächsten. Hey, die Gegner passen noch zu dem, was wir bald bekämpfen werden, wenn wir wieder zurück sind. Doch was passiert eigentlich, wenn wir den also den Ferien von der Villa befreien? Wird aber nicht die bloß den Locus freigesetzt? Obwohl ich aber nicht, dass Therions einfach zusehen würde. Ich glaube das nicht so wirklich. Ich habe so das Gefühl, dass Therions zurückschlagen wird. So. Was war das? Und Attacke. So. Das. Und Attacke. Und zerstört. Die nächsten. Yeah. Und Zerstörung. Alter, die Combo, ja. So. So. Attacke. Und los geht's. Hab ich Shaku der Assets gehört? Das ist doch... Ich habe gerade den Namen gehört, der Attacke von Rose. Weil J. Cool Essence ist nämlich Rose Move gewesen, aber ich hab's gerade so gehört. Nicht, dass er diesen Move drauf hat. Aber ich weiß ja nicht, wie der Move genau heißt auf Deutsch. Wenn ich wüsste, könnte ich ja nachschauen. So. Perfekt. Ja komm, ich muss langsam mal geschafft haben. Yeah. Und Zerstörung. Yeah. Und Zerstörung. Die werden schnell zerstört. Es geht echt schnell mit der Verwaltungszone hier. Wir machen die alle ganz flott fertig. Oh ja. Bisher muss ich mich kurz anstrengen. Also es ist doch nicht so, dass wir an der Lebensgrenze waren. So. Jetzt haben wir mit unseren Superkräften hier alles blappern können, das ist mir alles recht. Danke. Ah, nur leider können wir hier nicht die Katztruhe öffnen, müssen wir uns merken. Weil, ja, wir haben nicht das Notwendige, um die öffnen zu können. Wir haben keine Katzseelen mehr. Und jetzt können wir in den Hafen.
I lost my mother to a demon. Yet that girl's a Therion. I don't even know what I want anymore.
Hey, that's pretty! You like to look at that thing, don't you?
Yes, my mother... Someone very important to me gave me this. I treasure it a lot. Looking at it gives me strength. Do you want to see it?
Yeah! Ah! What's wrong? My face! It's scary! I don't want to look like that! I don't want my mommy to hate me! Mommy! Mommy!
When I was her age, that's just how I cried. Come, Anna. I want you to see this.
That huge owie. What happened?
It's big and ugly, isn't it? There are scary things about my body, too. But do you think I'm scary, Kamoana?
No, not at all. But are you alright? Does that hurt?
Thanks, sweetie. I'm alright, I promise.
What about me? Do you think I'm scary?
You're such a sweetheart, Kamoana. Nobody could ever be scared of you. Not me, not your mother, not Laphicet. You don't have to cry anymore. It'll be okay. I promise.
Okay. That scar, was it from a demon?
Yeah. They attacked my village when I was a girl. I was so hurt I couldn't move. But my mother lured them away from me so I could survive.
What happened to her?
The last thing she said to me was, "Stay strong and keep living."
Oh.
Come to the deck. Grimoire says she's learned something from the book. Hey, why's your face so red?
It's nothing.
Somehow I doubt that.
It's nothing, I swear.
Do you all remember the second verse of that song Laphicet read earlier?
4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therions shall be forever reborn in sight of the full crimson moon.
Right. That's what I've gathered you all here to discuss. And we think that passage means that Innominat and the Therions will be revived by a chosen one, right? Yes, but the shall be forever reborn part kept bothering me. I've reconsidered my analysis. Suppose that instead of someone being chosen by Innominat to create Therions, the song means that Innominat chooses who becomes Therions. But so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therions shall be forever reborn. What do you think that could mean? That someone receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as a Therion.
Like Kamoana.
Which is to say that the Abbey figured out how to turn people into Therions, and then got right to work.
That's...
Are you really that surprised? Artorias has always been one to prioritize the many over the individual, as I well know. Another thing to consider is this wording about Therions being forever reborn. This could mean that one Therion will be reborn again and again, or it could mean that different Therions will be born to take their place. Meaning that even if you kill one, there are more waiting in line. They can't be wiped out.
Looks like prioritizing the one over the many was the right call this time. Eh, Velvet?
I never said I wouldn't kill her, if it would prevent Innominat's reawakening. But Therions can't be killed. Not truly.
So, in a nutshell, if you kill one, another person who's receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as one.
Right. But the song says that 7 mouths feed the body, so there's only so many around.
If you don't kill them, the next ones won't be born.
Exactly. So we remove the 7 Therions from their Earth Pulse points instead. But then, we also have to protect them so the Abbey doesn't steal them back. Or kill them.
Sounds tricky.
We've got to protect my bug, too.
Yeah, you take real good care of that thing now. Got it?
You bet I will.
In that case, we should probably work on securing a proper hideout for ourselves. You got a secret base or anything, Eisen?
It's every man's fantasy, but sadly, I don't.
We need a hard-to-find spot. One where we can guarantee a steady supply of malevolence for the Therions.
Somewhere devoid of people but full of malevolence. Real poser you got there.
With the Abbey in control of the entire continent, finding a place like that will be easier said than done.
Meanwhile, Innominat's reawakening draws ever closer. We'll have to keep collecting our Therions while we search for a hideout. For now, let's just get to Loegres.
Hey, old man! Give me all the water and food you got!
Wait your turn, moron! I was drifting out at sea for 3 days! Almost died out there!
Wait here, poor you! You probably deserved it!
Say that again, wise ass! I dare ya!
Shut up, both of you! No one's getting anything until you pay me what you owe first.
Are they gonna be okay?
Don't pay them any mind. Sailors are just a short-tempered bunch, that's all.
Huh? The hell are you doing?
What's going on?
They've jacked up the price to dock our ship here.
Oh yeah? Some real balls you've got there, buddy.
If you lot want to moor here, that's the price you're gonna pay. Look, pirates are a liability to begin with, but calling your crew infamous these days would be putting it lightly. The more wanted you are, the more it's gonna cost to hide you. Capiche?
Hard to argue there. Benwick, just pay the man what he wants.
Yes, sir. You're such pushovers. You and the captain both.
I knew I could count on you to come through, Eisen. Pleasure doing business with you.
Looks like I'm causing you trouble.
It comes with the job. Don't sweat it. Some sailors just have longer tempers than others.
Noted.
So. Ohne Jacke, okay. Meinetwegen. Was sollen wir jetzt machen? Wir sollen nach Loegres gehen. So. Quasseln oder hinlaufen? Ich will verlaufen. Wir wissen ja, was wir wissen wollen. Wir dürften eigentlich locker durchmarschieren können. Da wir ja die Route kennen, die Gegner besiegt haben und vieles mehr. Kontakte zur Unterwelt.
The blood-winged butterflies operate in the Empire's shadows. Not even the Abbey knows their full scope beyond whispers and rumor. And you all have a connection to them, don't you?
Dark and interconnected is the underworld. We've heard voices in the shadows, glimpsed faces behind paper-thin masks.
The attack on High Priest Gideon. Was that at their behest?
Yeah, the Bloodwings asked us to take him out.
We did it in exchange for information that could lead us to Artorias.
Information? You would assassinate a man for mere information?
Yes. Information on the shepherd who rules the world. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
We just work with them when our interests align. Nothing more.
That's the kind of thin justification I'd expect to hear from them, too.
But the Bloodwings were acting upon knowledge that the High Priest was harming the people of the city.
You're right. The incident with the nectar was the Church's failing. And it seems that the Bloodwing Butterfly Network goes further and deeper than we had thought.
They knew about the barrier at the throne, too.
And Velvet's expertise at dove mimicry.
Would you stop bringing that up?
Dove mimicry? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
There was a dove near the dock checkpoint. That's all.
Huh?
Right! It was a black, full-chested dove, wasn't it? Cuckoo!
A black, full-chested dove? Is that some sort of underworld code word?
Gut, es nicht weiß. Sollst auch nicht erfahren, was es damit gemeint ist. Ohne Witz. Wir müssen echt mal stärker werden, aber wir brauchen mal wieder einen Trainingsplatz.
Here we are, back in Loegres. It was a lot tougher to get in the first time.
More funny than tough, if you ask me.
Oh, you mean Velvet's little dove act? Coo coo!
I'd be careful teasing her if I were you. You know how she can get.
Oh, don't act like you didn't enjoy it too. I'm sure you did, right? Good little boys don't lie to adults, you know.
I might have. Just a little.
Say it like a dove.
It was funny. Coo, coo.
Och, das regt mich langsam auf. Und das auch wieder ein Sidecore.
Is Inominat's book so difficult? Grimoire seemed perplexed by it.
Yeah. She said it was written in ancient Avarost, a language that uses Impressionist script.
I've never heard of Impressionist script.
Each character can have many different meanings and readings, depending on the emotion it's expressing and the way it relates to the characters around it. Some modest records on its grammar and structure survive, but none that say how to read the emotion the characters express. Grimoire said that you have to recreate the writer's feelings as a sort of starting point in order to read it.
I see. And you have a talent for that sort of thing?
I guess I do.
But a script based on emotions? That's as far removed from modern language as can be.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated apparently.
How can it be completely unrelated?
After the temperance of Avarost, the entirety of human civilization vanished. The language went with it.
Much as a blooming flower loses its petals. The Avarost civilization grew too far and came to its final end. The surviving buildings and ancient tools, the likes of which our technology cannot replicate, were the beginning of that end.
In any case, It sounds like deciphering that writing will take quite a while.
Ja, und können wir jetzt auch weiterlaufen oder kommt gleich der nächste Quassel? Tschüss. Weil von dem brauchen wir erst gar keine XP mehr abzufordern. Die haben gar keine mehr im Angebot. Ich bin ja nicht bescheuert. Kommt jetzt noch was? Nee. Bei den paar XP, die wir jetzt kriegen von denen, da brauche ich nachzufragen. Oh Gott, lasst mich doch nur in Ruhe. Ich will einfach nur nach Loegres.
Man, the capital sure is big.
Yeah, with historical buildings and artisans and all, there's much of interest here for a boy who loves to learn.
Uh-huh.
Sightseeing's nice and all, but don't wander off and get lost.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Don't worry about him. He can take care of himself.
I know, I was just saying.
So, dann wollen wir quasseln. Ja, wenn ja, ich quassel die ganze Zeit. Wer ist der? Hier ist irgendwas.
What's with this crowd?
Magilou's troupe just put on a real show. Man, it was the best. Her dancing was every bit as great as I'd heard.
Wow, the Magilou?
Surely you mean Magilou! Has my time to bask in fame finally come at long last?
No, we're talking about Magilou, not Magilou.
You know, Lulu, the famous dancer? She actually goes by the majestic Lulu, but everyone calls her Magilou.
Just watching the beauty of her dance, you can't help but feel like maybe everything's gonna turn out okay in the world.
Sounds like a pretty cheerful act she has.
Cheerful? This is all a ripoff! She's just trying to pass off as Magilou's menagerie and profit from our good name!
What good name? We don't actually perform anything.
I was planning on getting started eventually, but now this con artist comes along and ruins everything!
I can't just ignore that, you know.
It's Magilou!
You did great today, Magilou. I loved it.
Thank you so much. But according to my teacher, I still have a long way to go. I'll work hard to do better next time, so I hope you'll come see me.
Magilou's teacher is a dancer named Balta, whose immense talent brought him all the fame in the world. But Balta suffered a tragic injury that took him forever from the stage, and now Magilou is working hard to carry on his dream.
So, you're Magilou then?
I am. My teacher and I work really hard to put on performances that'll leave a lasting impact. And I refuse to let anyone call me a phony.
Oh? And how do you propose to stop me? Taking it to the stage and seeing which one of us can better hold a crowd?
Yes. That's just what I was hoping for.
Lulu, don't go around picking petty fights.
But sir, this woman, she...
You should know better. If you have the energy to spare spitting vitriol at people, you should refocus that anger into moving your body. If you need to express yourself, do it on the stage.
Yes, sir. You're right. Teacher, is the pain acting up again?
It's no matter. What does pain compare to losing the ability to dance? Anyway, what matters is how you're holding up.
I'm fine, sir.
Good, then let's head back and practice some more.
He seems strict.
He does. But keep in mind that Balta recognized her talent at a young age. He even adopted her so he could pass on everything he knew. He might be strict, but only because he believes in her.
You sure know an awful lot about them.
I'm sort of a fan of theirs, you could say.
A teacher and his student, chasing after the same dream. What a sweet little story they have. That's why I think it's high time for Magilou's menagerie to put on a show. And for our act, we'll be a comedy duo.
Comedy? Where'd you get that idea?
You heard me propose a challenge to little Magilou, right? But not one of you knows a single acrobatic trick.
Sorry. Don't apologize. You couldn't have seen this coming.
Well, you could act like you feel a little bad at least. Now, normally I'd make you guys do something flashy like jump through a ring of fire, but I'll be magnanimous and let you do comedy instead. With comedy, I can take control of the stage and keep things lively. I can feed you the audience on a platter.
But going on the same stage as Magilou, it's too much to handle.
Oh, I can't wait to take her down a peg or two.
I'm out. I don't even know why you're bothering. It's hopeless.
It's not hopeless. Plus, if we do well, we'll be raking in the dough. What better opportunity do we have to get started than now? After all, people will come thinking we're Magilou's troupe.
You're sure eager to profit off of her good name.
That's exactly the material I want. Keep throwing out such zingers and the audience will be in stitches.
I'm not sure I follow, but okay.
The only thing getting thrown out is gonna be you.
You know, I think you could pull off being the straight man in our act.
What? Keep your compliments to yourself.
This plan might sound dumb, but more money never hurts.
Eisen, not you too.
Then it's settled. Now we just need to book ourselves a few gigs. I've got an in with all the stage directors in town. For now, I think everyone should pair up so we can figure out just what sort of comedy chops you all have. Everybody?
Even me?
Certainly. Each one of you is a part of Magilou's menagerie, after all.
I'm not so sure about this.
Magilou, lass die Scheiße einfach sein. Lass es einfach sein, ich hab keinen Bock drauf, das mir anzuschauen. Tut mir leid, da habe ich keinen Bock drauf. Wir gehen jetzt einfach zur Taverne und Schluss aus. Oder soll ich einfach das doch bis auf den nächsten Part aufschieben? Damit ihr euch den nächsten Part erst reinziehen wollt. Ja, können wir einfach machen. Best Strategy ever. Also im nächsten Part geht's da weiter. Kommentar werde ich vergessen. Bis zum nächsten Part. Bis dahin und Emerald Control.